I mean, sure. I mean, are you guys wanting me to show you how to test it? Is that what you're asking? Really?
You want to know? You want to know how to test this? Okay. I did say I was going to show you how to do stuff today. Don't rip my arm off, okay? Okay. Well, I'll show you how to test it. All right? I'll show you. Let me grab some. Okay, so I was able to find an old starter solenoid. This is what it looks like. Focus right here. So you have one terminal from the battery, the other one goes to the starter, and then you have this little guy right here which will come off the ignition switch. And then some of these will have like a separate ground here. Some of these will, they're grounded to the body. Now this thing's old. I have no idea if this thing works, but you know what? It's worth a shot. Why not? This came off an old lawnmower, and I have no idea if that lawnmower ran or not, but we are going to try this thing out. Let's see what happens. I started thinking when I was talking about this earlier. Now, with it clicking, you hear the solenoid clicking, right? Could it be a bad starter or a bad cable going to the starter? Absolutely. But we know that's not the case in this situation because we used our sacrifice screwdriver, like this one, and we jumped the solenoid. Watch, I'll do it again. If we go under here and I connect these two right here, I just take the screwdriver and go like this, just touch them, right? It goes battery, you're connecting that battery directly to the starter, the wire that goes to the starter motor, which we did earlier, which I'll do it again, right? So if we get down here, that tells me the wire going from the solenoid to the starter, and the starter is good. So we can kind of move past that. So if it's just clicking, the solenoid inside this little guy here, it's either wore out, the contacts are burned, or whatever the case is, and the inside is not making that connection when you hit the key. Very common thing when it comes to lawnmowers. I mean, lawnmowers, old school Fords, that have the, the starter solenoid right there on the fender. So, all right. So we haven't even got to fuel yet or anything. We just want to get this thing turning over with the key. So let me go ahead and see if I can get this one out, and we'll replace this with this one. We know this one's bad, so if we put that one in, it's bad too. No harm, no foul. It's all good. I mean, could we test it? I mean, sure. I mean, are you guys wanting me to show you how to test it? Is that what you're asking? Really? You want to know? You want to know how to test this? Okay. I did say I was going to show you how to do stuff today. Don't rip my arm off, okay? Okay. Well, I'll show you how to test it. All right? I'll show you. Let me grab some water. Calm down. All right. We're not going to get super scientific. This is going to be very crude, very easy. Okay. Very first thing is we need a positive wire. Now you need to be super careful when doing this, because keep in mind that battery is connected. I wish I had another battery where I could show you where everything's not grounded. I mean, I guess I could take the ground off that. No, we're gonna use the lawnmower today. It's okay. We'll figure this out. So we're just going to strip this wire back here. Yes, I know I'm cheating with the fancy wire strippers. All right. Very crude, like I said. Very crude. Man, this thing right here is pretty rusted and corroded. See? That can cause a problem. That right there, focus. This right here, see how rusted that is? That can cause a problem. We need to clean that. I really wish my camera would focus. All right, nice and clean now. As you can see, not a problem. Focus. Not a problem anymore. Ching. All right, so what we have to do is we got to get positive to one side of this, right? Because the positive that comes from the battery energizes this, right? You could have a negative ground here, or it could ground to the frame, you know, depends on the make, the model, it really depends. You know, some of these will have 4, some of them will have 3, you know, it all depends. So for your certain manufacturer, when you go to find your solenoid, sometimes it's hidden, like this one's hidden up underneath here. You got to kind of look, see which one it is, try to take it off, get like a part number, like this one right here. I mean, I guess that could be a part number. Or just go to the manufacturer website of whoever makes your tractor or lawnmower or car or whatever and find that. So how are we going to do this? I am going to very crudely just peel some wires back here. And, you know, this is for demonstration purposes, you know, here. Just to show you how these things work. Here we go. This right here is going to be our keyed ignition, right? Then what I'm going to do is I got to take the battery terminal off this anyway. So I'll go ahead and take this off. Now, like I said before, if you were listening, I take this positive cable off this, it's gonna be flopping around, hitting everything that's metal. Sparks flying, there could be gasoline all over this thing. No, don't do that. Disconnect the negative first, and, you know, careful doing it. Just so it only takes 2 seconds to hook that negative wire back up. Don't cause problems for yourself in the future. And plus, shorting out any kind of electrical system is not good. Most of the time, you know, especially with like a battery like this thing, you probably won't have on a lawnmower issues. But if this was a car, you short out the wrong wire, whew, you could be having all kinds of problems. That would ruin your weekend. That's all I got to say about that. Don't tell me this whole thing's turning. You gonna be one of those guys. Really? Well, it's loose. Maybe it is kind of loose. Yeah, I probably could get a socket wrench on there. Alright. There we go. Now while we're in here, let's look at this cable. It's got some rust on it. It was obviously making a decent connection. The motor was turning over, right? But let's think about this. Scenarios, right? Got a little bit of rust on it, right? You know, it might be able to turn it over now, but let's say if that battery just gets a little weak, right? That not having a solid connection could cause problems. Just saying. I'm just saying. You know, you're out there trying to mow the grass, and your old lady's like, why isn't the grass done yet? Because, you know, you didn't want to take the time. The 5 seconds, look, done. 5 seconds to clean off your battery terminal. Just like in a car. Look at that. Hit it. So hit it again. Boom, done. All right. There's nothing like it's your kid's birthday. You're like, I'm gonna mow the grass in the morning. I'm gonna get up early. Next day, you spend the first 4 hours working on your lawnmower. Yeah, don't do that. All right, so we're gonna go here, right? I think these terminals are okay for this, what we're doing here. We're gonna slap this on here. So we're putting this on this terminal here. Oh, come back. Wrench doesn't want to party with me. See how it is. All right. So now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to touch the solenoid, right? Touching the solenoid to ground. And then I'm touching this, which is going to the ignition, right? This is going to the ignition, right? As your key, right? Coming from the key, the body of this right here gets grounded to the chassis, right? So I'm going to touch this to ground. Now watch, you're going to hear when I touch this to positive, right? To positive. Why is it not working? To positive. Dude, it was just working. There it goes. You can hear that solenoid. So now I'm going to go a step further. I'm going to show you with the voltmeter, right, how to check this and if it's working. So, pop quiz time. If this is hooked up to 12 volts, battery, this is grounded, right? The frame of this is grounded, right? If I give this 12 volts ignition off the key, you should see what on this? Anybody? 12 volts. Awesome. You guys are awesome. So in our original scenario, I guarantee you 100% without a shadow of a doubt that on this terminal, even though when this clicked, you saw no volts here. Let me guess, you want me to test? Okay, I'll show you that too. But let's get you in here. Let me get you where you can see the voltmeter. It says zoomy zoom zoom. Right there, okay. There we go. And then what we're gonna do, hopefully these things will cooperate with me. I really hate cheap voltmeter leads. They're the worst. All right, so this is gonna go to ground, our negative. Oh, why don't you work with me? Why do you hate me? Really? I really need to get some like alligator clips. You know, there we go. All right, that's on that. So let's look at the voltmeter here. So if I take my positive lead, stick it to the battery, right? Let's watch the voltage, right? We're gonna get 12.75 volts. So we know that is working. So now, if I take this, right, I'm just going to tighten this down on this lead. Stay with me here, stay with me. I know it's getting kind of crazy, but it's all going to make sense. I'm just going to tighten this down so I don't have to hold 15,000 wires. There. So now, let me explain. We have power coming from the battery going to this terminal. This terminal here is the one where your starter wire would connect to and go to your starter. So if I give it ground to the battery and then hook this is our 12 volt ignition to a 12 volt source, right? When this clicks, we should see 12 volts here. So let's see what happens. We've got it hooked up to ground. And there we go. 12.8, 12.75, let off. There we go. So we just tested this solenoid, right? We could see that is bad. So what we're gonna do now, I'm guessing, You want me to test the original one, or do you trust me? Do you trust me? Like, I'm proving science here. I think you trust me. I think we've been hanging out long enough. We've drinking a couple beers together long enough. I think at this point you can trust. It is our old starter solenoid. Nice. Whatever. All right.